Hi, my name is Antonis and I'm the iconographer in this video. Today you will see me painting this second part on the study I've done on the great painter Ioannis Sastrapas, and you will see me painting Saint Theodoros, the so-called Stratilates, the general, we may say. So I hope you are great. I hope you are healthy and creative. And let me just say before I start how grateful I am for your beautiful comments in every video, and how much I want to thank you for all your support that you give me and this channel here. So really thank you all so much for your presence here in this channel, and it's very beautiful that with your comments you make this almost a community. Thank you so much. So here, as you see, I am using the egg tempera as my medium on a board, a wood board that I have prepared with rabbit skin glue gesso. And this technique is different than the fresco technique that Ioannis Sastrapas, the so-called Emmanuel Panselinos, has used in the Protato monastery, the Protato church. He painted on the wall on a plaster that wasn't dried yet, on wet plaster, and this is a unique, very amazing technique that gives us beautiful results. Of course, this technique allows for a great painterly approach of the subject. That's why this style of iconography is much more painterly, much more free, let's say, than in comparison to the Cretan school of iconography that requires precision and it's more decorative. Here we have a more we want to be more naturalistic, let's say. And we have so many beautiful, amazing examples that are truly masterpieces. So here, as you see, I've transferred my drawing on my board, and then I'm doing this sort of underpainting. Usually, for those of you who are familiar with the iconography process, I cover the whole flesh area with a color of proplasmos, as we call it. And then on that whole area I will paint the so-called grapsimata, the darker facial features, and then I will paint the photismata, the lights, the shapes of lights on the face, let's say, on the flesh area. Hi, I'm Antonis, and I'm proud to present you my online course in iconography, Paint an Icon with Me. This course will help you become a better iconographer, and it will help you be more confident when talking and presenting your artwork. It will make you understand in depth the studio practices of a professional iconographer like me, and you will get accustomed to what great iconography looks like. So learn in a simple and organized way everything you need about the materials, mediums and techniques in order to make a beautiful icon. Paint with me the icon of Christ and learn how to paint better any icon you wish. I will see you at the studio. Here, as you see, I have painted the proplasmos, this green brownish color. I haven't covered the whole face with the green brownish color of proplasmos, but I've just partially covered the face on those areas that I'm pretty sure that will indicate the shadow area. And then I will draw. I've painted my facial features with a darker brownish color, and then, as you see here, I'm painting these shapes of light. Now by painting these shapes of light, I have covered the whole area of the face, and there's almost nothing shown from the gesso. Well, you can see the part of the ear and the lip that is not covered, but you get the idea.
I'm doing this slightly different technique because in this way you see how the whitish gesso shines through the shapes of the light. It shines through beneath the cheeks, let's say, or the forehead, and this creates a more vivid, a more vibrant face, painting of the face that is very, very important. Now, as I say, I'm using egg tempera here, but if I had to use the fresco technique, I would use a broader brush. I would be even more bold and even more painterly, and I would have these even more amazing, beautiful results. So as you see here, I now am in the phase in the step where I want to blend the in-between. I'm doing in-between blendings between the first light that I have painted and the color of the proplasmos. Now, if you want to see more on this technique, you can check my Patreon page, where I have many lessons on iconography and the way to paint, to gild, etc. So you can find much more there if you are interested. And by the way, let me just say thank you to all the supporters there on Patreon. It's been really, truly unbelievable, your support there. It really is life changing. So back here, you see how much time I spend really doing this blending, and I want you to just take notice, those of you who are familiar with the Cretan school, how this approach is so different than the Cretan school of painting, the Cretan style, since it is so much more free, so much more not calculated in comparison to that style, where everything, each brush stroke has almost a decorative purpose. Here, the purpose of the brush strokes is more, to the point of painting, to paint with the goal to reveal the volume, with a goal to translate nature into this Byzantine language. Much less decorative. The brush strokes are much less decorative and much more to the actual point of painting a face. That's why this style of icon painting does remind us more of the Fayum portraits of the Hellenistic period, painted by Greek artists in Egypt. And these portraits are very naturalistic. They surprise us with their how vivid they seem, and they have this naturalism that is so amazing. Of course, if you study these portraits, you will see how free the brush strokes are. The painters of those portraits really were masters of painting. They knew how colors behaved, and they understood color very well, and they were not slaves of decoration. They were okay to have visible brush strokes on their portraits, etc. Of course, the medium they used was wax with pigmented wax. So the medium itself was a little bit not in favor for details. But apart from that, these portraits are truly magnificent. Please check those if you like. And this Macedonian school of painting in the Byzantine period, which is the natural continuation of the Hellenistic painting, the Byzantine painting, they truly remind us those portraits because of the boldness of the brush stroke and their freedom in the way of using color and pigment. So see, you can definitely see here how I'm using the 3 brush strokes in order to build, let's say, light and shadow, in order to build this sense of 3 dimensions on the face of Saint Theodorus, and at the same time keep this colorfulness that I see that Emmanuel Panselinos has on his portraits. We see this beautiful orange, brown orange color on the cheeks, this green brownish colors in the shadows, etc., etc. It's, if you want to study this way of painting, you definitely have to be a little bit more bold, a little bit more let's say aggressive in the way of using the brush. This is my personal opinion, of course, but definitely you have to be much less contained than when painting in the Cretan style, where each and every brush stroke has to have a decorative mostly role to play. Here it's something else. It's very enjoyable though to paint this way, and I'm much more experienced in painting in the Cretan style, but this way of painting is very, very enjoyable to me. So yeah, I truly suggest that you try something like this. And of course, it's very difficult to copy this style of painting. That's why you it's best, to grasp the general idea and don't try to, slavishly imitate what we see, but try to get the essence of what we see and transfer this essence on our own painting. So yeah, again, you can find more on Patreon, and on teachable.com you can find my online course in painting, where you can have these videos for as long as you like, and it's an in detail lesson of icon painting from the scratch, from drawing, how to draw an eye, how to gild, do the halos, all the steps of iconography. I've condensed those in 25, 26 videos on teachable.com. Anyway, you see how this face of Saint Theodorus comes into being almost complete, and I have to say that I'm really surprised by the variation of these, the contrast of the colder, the cooler colors, like these green, yellowish, grayish colors, and the more warm orange, brownish colors that we see. Of course, I am amazed by those masters of the past who gave us those amazing examples of iconography. It's just a mystery how they could produce, how they could give birth, to those masterpieces. So in a period where they had so little. So anyway, I hope this video was somewhat helpful to you, and you got an idea of how you can paint a face in this Macedonian style or Paleologian style, as we often say this. Be healthy, be creative, be more in the studio. And again, thank you all so much for your presence. I will see you soon with another video. Bye.